Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading. This is what your spirit guides would like you to know at this time. I've divided you into 4 groups. So take a good look at the 4 piles and see which one grabs your attention. Don't overthink it. Just whichever one grabs you first, that's the one that's meant for you. I will put timestamps down below so that you will easily be able to find it. This is the reading for those of you who chose the first pile. So for those of you who chose pile number 1, this is what your guardian spirits want you to know for this week. All right off the bat, faith, detoxing, shine, sparkle and shine. Take time to take care of yourself, overcoming difficulties and support. Oh my. All right. So these cards are telling me that you've been waiting for something to happen, praying, longing, doing everything you could, and you're starting to wonder if anything is ever going to work out for you. And Archangel Michael is here to tell you to hang on and to keep the faith. And when you're starting to feel a bit hopeless, to ask him for support. Yes, and just realize that you are a part of all of spirit. It's not a separate thing. It feels like it is, it seems like it is, and in a way, there are differentiated parts of this great being, but at the core of it all, we are all part of the one big same thing, so that you have access to that. Just know it and draw from that strength. And you're starting to feel, I hear you're starting to feel sort of weary, like physically, emotionally weary. And what this card is now saying is for you it's time to do a cleanse, to purify yourself, to detox yourself on an energetic level, so that you can feel energized again on a physical level. You can do a detox, a cleanse, or just make sure you drink a lot of water and don't eat any foods with, that are highly processed, full of preservatives. Just try to eat natural food. Do this for three weeks. Eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. This is a great time of the year to do that. Stay away from, cookies, a lot of processed, sweetened things, chips. I hope you know what I mean. You don't, if you want to do a super serious detox, go for it. But, and I do have I have a short mini detox. If you want to check that out, I'll put the link in the comments below. But just, if you want to start feeling better, yeah, it's time to clear your body of toxins. And if you do this, it's time. You're going to sparkle and shine. Look at that. Sparkle and shine. It's just going to help you to come across to the world better, and it will make you more attractive. It will attract what you want. And this card is telling you don't be afraid to take the time that you need to take care of yourself. The world's not going anywhere. From at least half of the hemisphere, this is actually a time when people are on vacation, their minds are on other things. So it's time for you to do that as well. Just take some time off and absolutely just take care of yourself. And look at what a beauty. This is actually my favorite card in all of my decks. It's overcoming difficulties. And what it's telling you, keep the faith, take good care of yourself, because we are supporting you behind the scenes, and you will overcome the difficulties that you're facing right now. In fact, they're telling you that the worst is now behind you, and you're about to rise out of your previous challenges. So let's get some more in-depth messages. This is a really, wow. It's always amazing to me how these cards that I take from so many different decks always really seem to match up and give a good message. I hadn't looked at these before, so it's really exciting to see this for you, that everything is working out. You just have to hang on a bit longer, and if you're feeling weary, really just make sure you take care of yourself. Eat healthy food, move, maybe go for morning walks, or do some yoga or some Tai Chi. There's plenty of free stuff on YouTube and Instagram, so you don't have to, pay for it if you don't want to. All right, so these jumped out. And I'm going to do this. All right. Yes. Oh, wow. This card actually came out in the collective reading. Oh my God, both of these did. Okay, that is crazy. Okay. These are the two cards that came out in the collective reading for this week. So they are really actually stressing this bit of advice, okay? So this is saying that you are stressed out because too many things are happening at once and you're feeling overwhelmed. It could be that things are changing suddenly and in a big way, and that this is stressful for you. And that is why it's very important for you to take good care of yourself physically. But once again, along with the overcoming difficulties, positive changes are coming your way. And look at that, and a lightening of your load. And this card also is about taking some time off, maybe even going on a trip for some of you. But just as far as I can tell, the worst is behind you, and it's been a hard, long journey, and you are feeling worn out. So it's just time for you to take a little break and just take really good care of yourself so that you are strong and ready for the next step of your journey. Yes, okay. So this card, the Ten of Summer, this is asking you to, once again, it's time to chill. It's time to spend time taking care of yourself, but also spending fun time with your friends, your family, your children, if you have them, people that you trust, people who love you and want the best for you. So those kinds of people, that's a very gentle energy to be around. It's actually a very healing energy to be around. It's a very revitalizing energy. So make sure not to isolate yourself. Yes, take good care of yourself, take time off, take time for yourself, baths, walks, eating healthy. But along with that, make sure you spend plenty of time with the people that love you. And that will make you feel so much better. And now we've got the Princess of Winter. All right. And what this is telling you, that also by spending time with these people who love you and want the best for you, you will probably getting some information, some advice that will actually help you on your way, that will help you to get a step further. I want some clarification on this one. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So these people, that yes, they're your family, they're people who love you, but also this is telling you to, if you don't have one already, try to find a group of like-minded people. You know, a network of people who, yes, who perhaps even just a spiritual group. You know, if you're into that, it could be a church. If you're witchy, it could, be a nice little online group of witches or manifestors or spiritual people. And this is also a really good energy. It will help you feel less alone. You're weary because you've been carrying all of this on your own two shoulders, and it's time to spread that out, and also to feel that you're not alone. You know, a lot of us spiritual people, we feel a bit isolated because what will people think, and it can get lonely and heavy thinking that you have to do all of this by yourself, and you don't. And in fact, when you have a group of like-minded people who are focusing on the same thing as you, it actually speeds up your manifestation. All right. Okay, I need one more card, I think. All right. So we have the Prince of Spring. So, all right, you're going to be overcoming difficulties, and the path that you've been wanting to open up is going to be opening up for you, and you may that sort of thing where you feel like, oh, be careful what you wish for, and not that it's a bad thing, but because you're so worn out and because you've been wanting it for so long, when it actually happens, it could actually be a bit of a shock to your system, and you could be sort of like a deer caught in the headlights, like, oh my gosh, now what do I do? I'm here and I don't know what to do. And this is telling you you've got this. You have everything in your tool chest to take care of this, and don't avoid it. Don't run away from it. When that spotlight hits you, grab it. When that opportunity comes, take immediate action. You are fully capable of taking on these challenges, and you are going to be so happy. Your heart will be filled with joy. You are going to know so much joy that you've been actually, I see here that you've just been missing for such a long time. It's coming to you. So that is your message from your spirit guides for this week. I hope that it has been helpful for you. So that was your pick a card reading, messages from your guides for this week, or whenever you find it. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please be sure to leave me a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. And until then, remember, the world is full of magic, and so are you. This is the reading for those of you who chose deck number 2. So, hello, group number 2. Those of you who chose this stone. This week I used all found objects. I don't know what this is. Piece of granite, I think. And these are your messages from your spirit guides for this week, or whenever you see this, actually. Let's see. Oh, I see. Oh my, okay. Interesting. Okay. Not going to keep this information all to myself. Okay, this is completely different than the last group. Archangel Michael is telling you that whatever mess you're in, it says you created this situation and you have the power to change it. So a little bit of tough love for you people. Life lessons. It's saying, yes, look at that. So life lessons, patterns that keep, negative patterns that keep repeating themselves, you can break through them, just like Michael is saying. You can break through them by praying, but also by trying to find what the hidden gift, what the hidden blessing is in the negative situations. You know, maybe they made you stronger. I know you don't want to hear that. Or gosh, have you ever been madly in love with someone, for example, and they didn't love you back, and you were pining and it just didn't work out, and you just thought, I will never love again. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I'll never be happy. And then, you know, it could be a while later, it could be years later even, but you find out that, wow, that person wasn't who you thought they were. You met someone much better, and thank goodness that you didn't end up with that person. You know, that's just one example. But these patterns are coming through to teach you about yourself. Yes, it's here just to teach you about yourself. It's here to teach you about what are those negative thoughts and beliefs that are going on in your subconscious. When these patterns come up, that's just a signal to you. You know, you created this, and you didn't create this to punish yourself. You didn't create this to, you know, have a life lesson. Yes, the card says life lesson, but what I mean is, I don't believe, at least, I know some people think we're here on Earth as a sort of school, you know, and we have to pass these tests and learn these things. And to me, it's more, we're on a journey of self-discovery. We're on a journey to figure out how to manifest what we would like to manifest. And so when these negative situations come up, this is manifesting to show you what is going on underneath that you may not be aware of. Okay, so you've created the situation to call your attention, say, hey, this is what you're thinking. This is why you're blocked from getting what you actually want. Okay, so if anything, look at that as that is the blessing. It's like, oh, okay, now I know what my negative thoughts are, so now I can change that. Okay, and yes, and look at this beautiful card of peace. It's saying peace comes from remembering that only love is real. And by gosh, this message was in the collective reading for this week. I believe it was in the postcard from Spirit. I'm quite sure. Yes. And that's, yes. So remember, when this comes up, this isn't, you're not being punished. You're not being punished. This is love for you. This is Spirit's way, your own soul's way of showing, hey, I love you. I don't want you to suffer anymore. This is what you're thinking. This is what is causing your suffering and unhappiness. And just remember that underneath everything is love. It's not a punishment. Okay? And just, you're being shown so that you can change that. And how interesting, this next card is Beloved One. And it's funny that the example I had given you was of a relationship. That's just what came to me. But this card says Archangel Chamuel is helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Now, I'm not a big believer in like, you know, there's only the one and it has to be my soulmate. And I don't know, I maybe I'm jaded, but you know, a soulmate can be anyone. It could be a friend, it could be a lover, and some soulmates are here to teach you these kinds of lessons. But this card is actually telling me that somebody that you could love and who loves you back is on the way. And in order for them to show up in your life, you need to clear whatever negative pattern is going on, focus on the love, and imagine what you do want and not what you don't want, you know? Focus on that. Focus on love. Focus on opening your heart. Yes. And this card, okay. Look, this is the big picture. Look how beautiful. And that is the big picture. The big picture is that peace comes from remembering that only love is real. The big picture comes from rising above whatever this negative pattern is, this life lesson. Rising above it and exactly finding what is the hidden gift, you know, looking at it more objectively by distancing yourself from it and just watching it like it was a movie, you know, and not as its victim, you know. So you're not in this movie, you are outside of this movie, watching the story unfold. And that way you can, you know how it's so easy to give someone else advice? If you look at it this way, if you distance yourself, then you are also in that position of being able to give yourself the best advice. And by stepping back, by looking at the big picture, by realizing that everything really underneath is all love, because God is love, spirit, source, all of this energy is a love energy. Look at that. You're going to transform and have a breakthrough. Look at all those butterflies. What a beautiful card. You're just going to soar. Look how joyful. Look how joyful. You're going to have a breakthrough if you can focus on this week. All right, I'm going to post some more cards for some more information, more clarification for group number 2, please. Spirit guides for group number 2. Beloved source, give us some wonderful messages for group number 2. All right, nobody wants to jump out, so we're just going to pick some of these cards. They're a bit sticky. All right, let's see. You. All right, this is going here. You. Yes. And you. Oh, I picked 2 by accident. We're going to keep them. Oh my. Oh my. All right. All right. So we've got, for starters, we've got the Prince of Autumn. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. This, I believe, is talking about your beloved, the person who, if you unblock yourself, will be able to enter your life. The Prince of Wands is what this card is. Yes, yes. And it's telling you to keep your head, you know? Don't, yes, okay. It's telling you to look at the big picture and to look at the details. Okay, so I've told you this. Just because I've told you that somebody is coming doesn't mean you're going to have to jump on the first person who shows up. Okay, always keep your eyes open, especially because, you know, and maybe you already do, because you have these repeating negative patterns, you are more on guard, more hyper aware of red flags. Okay, and so this card's saying don't let down your guard. Yes, someone is coming, but please don't ignore red flags. Always be aware of that, so that, because sometimes it's funny, sometimes someone good is on the way, but someone less good, because of your repeating negative patterns, sort of sneaks in there and then blocks this person's path. Okay, so you know this now. Look for the red flags and just cut them off right away. Cut them off right away. Okay. Yeah. All right. You've also been worried about your finances, but yeah, there are people who can help you. These are also part of the Beloved Ones card. This might be the life lesson that you're working on. Somebody's here. Someone's going to help you. And whether that's in love or in career or some other financial thing. Yeah, look at that. See, there's a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow. I want another card to clarify that. Hang on. For you. Yeah, okay. Okay, so people are coming, people that you can trust. People you can trust are going to come and help you. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, right under peace. We've got, you're going to have a, look how beautiful this card is. It's the moon. You're going to have a powerful, intuitive breakthrough. And what's very, very important, and that is what these cards here were telling you, is that you're going to, you need to let go of these worries. Okay, these worries, you need to let go of worries and fears and see the truth in the situation, which is only love is real. You have created the situation you're in now, and you can create, you have every capacity in you to create the situation that you do want, okay? By just focusing on love instead of fear and worries. Yeah, and again, here we go. This goes with this. You've got the world card. You see? The world, a wonderful, marvelous success, the freedom to go anywhere. And this journey, this life lesson, negative repeating patterns journey is over. It's time for a new phase in your life, and the world is your oyster. So this week, really, I think the most important thing is to focus on the love, focus on, this card is also about people who love you. This card actually came up in the last group number 1 reading. Focus on the people who do love you and not on the people who don't and who want to hurt you. Focus on things that are going good in your life, positive things, as opposed to the negative. Let that go by first looking and seeing, what did I learn from it, or what was the hidden gift? What was the silver lining in this situation? Look at that, thank it, and just let it go so that you can have a breakthrough. Yes. And the world will be your oyster. I hope that this helps you. I think this is a little bit of tough love from your spirit guides, but it looks to me like everything is just going to be amazing once you take care of this. Look at this. It's going to be amazing. Twice you've got the world. Look at this. Okay? So it's time. It's time to break through these negative patterns. Let them go. Thank them. And that's it. That's it. I'm moving on to the next group. So that was your pick a card reading, messages from your guides for this week or whenever you find it. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please be sure to leave me a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. And until then, remember, the world is full of magic, and so are you. This is the reading for those of you who chose pile number 3. Welcome to your reading, group number 3. Those of you who chose this little piece of broken tile I found on the ground one day and fell in love with. Let's see what your spirit guides want you to know for this week. Oh, nice. You guys, a lot of cards jumped out when I was doing your shuffling. My goodness. All right. You've got some very chatty. Okay. Let's see. What have we got here? All right. Archangel Michael wanted you to know 2 things. Yes. All right. Look at this. The card is Eternal Love. And this could be romance. But it's also, if I think about what the collective messages were, it's about realizing that underneath it all, everything is love. And this card is saying for you to try and see all of the love that is surrounding you. You know, just look around and notice it. Love that's being directed towards you, looking at other people in love. Just know everything is love. And yes, and this card is telling you it is safe. It is safe for you to feel love. It is safe for you to receive love, to express love, and to give your love. All right, you're safe. This is okay. And all right. And this is okay. Look at this card. All right. This angel is holding the world in his hands, and he's holding it in front of his heart. Do you see that? This is, again, giving and receiving love. If that were the only thing that you would do in this lifetime of any note, okay? That is the purpose of life. That is your life purpose. That is what your guides want you to know. Don't feel like you aren't worthy. Don't feel like you're not worthy if you haven't accomplished whatever it is that society, your parents, or you, or the media, whatever it is you think that you need to be accomplishing in order to be worthy of love. That's just not true. That's the most important thing of all. Isn't money, isn't career, isn't success. It is loving other people, to love and to be loved in return. So please remember that if that's the only thing you ever did with your life, it will have been a life well spent. And look at this. All right, I think this goes with this card. This card is increased support, okay? And I feel like these two really go together. Yes, see, it's saying by focusing on the love, your positive, what's the word? La, la, la. Yeah, because you're radiating this positive energy, and because you're prepared, you're open to receive, the doors to abundance are opening for you, and you're going to receive help and opportunities, and that's all you have to do for all of this to come to you. Just open your heart, see the love that's around you. Don't be afraid to love. Don't be afraid to receive love. Focus on the love. Yes. And focus on what you love, not just people. What do you love to do? What is your passion? Because when you're really enthusiastic about something, your enthusiasm gives you the energy and the motivation to work on it. So what is that? What is your heart longing for you to do? And go do more of that this week. Yes, and here again, nurture. This card is telling you to nurture this passion, this whatever it is that you are wanting to do more of, because you're going to be supported, and remember who you are. You're very loved. You're a powerful, loving, creative child of God, and be authentic. Be authentic. It's safe. You are safe. Not everyone in the world will love you, but not everyone in the world is meant to love you. Be happy with those who do. And whoever doesn't, they're not meant for you. They're not, just ignore that stuff. Let it go and focus on who loves you and who loves you for who you really are. Because isn't it exhausting? Isn't it exhausting to always be protecting yourself, putting on a show, a mask, or only showing a small part of yourself in order to be who you think you need to be for somebody to love you, for everyone to love you? Everyone doesn't need to love you, okay? You just need to be seen and loved by those who are meant to. Those who need exactly who you are. So please give that to the world. That is your life purpose. That is your life purpose. And this card, which always used to annoy me when I would get it, because I'd be asking a question, it's, you know what to do. If I knew what to do, I wouldn't be asking you, would I? Uriel. But Archangel Uriel is telling you to trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Okay, and I think what this card is referring to is you know what this passion of yours is. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you're an artist or an actor. You want to be a comedian. You want to have a YouTube channel. Whatever that is, start doing it. Start having fun. My Lord, it could be anything. Maybe you like to sail. I just heard a story yesterday about this young woman, a friend of the family, who started a TikTok channel, and she loves to sail. And she just started a TikTok channel of her doing her sailing stuff, and overnight, she was an overnight success. Boom, one of her videos had more than 1 million views, and all of a sudden, this girl doesn't have to have a job anymore. Her life is now sailing all over the world and being an influencer. So, don't judge what you think will or won't make you money, okay? Do what you're passionate about and share that. Share that love with the rest of the world. Okay? That is what they want you to know. Yes. And just take that leap of faith. That's what they're asking you. Take that leap of faith. You know what that is, that your passion is. Take that leap of faith. And because you do that, you're going to feel peace again. You are going to feel peace and happiness and satisfaction in your life. Wow. Wow, it's amazing. You're the third group, and each group has had such a very different reading. All right, let's get some more information for group number 3. Angels, God, guides for group number 3. What do they need to know this week? What would help them? Oop, okay, these did not want to go back in the deck, so they're going to stay. Let's spread out, people. All right, what do we got here? Let's start with these. Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay, what did I tell you? Wow. Okay, so we have the Queen of Spring. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And there will be people who love you and want to help you. They just love what they see. They're going to come help you and support you. And yes, okay, so and just yes, make sure you have a good balance. Actually, the collective, one of the messages I got, one of the signs I saw for the collective reading this week was about making sure you have a good balance between your work and your private life. And, you know, I'm imagining you probably have a job right now, you know, to pay the bills. And just make sure that you are making time also for this passion, because it could happen quite quickly that actually can replace the job. So make sure that you're not just working and wearing yourself out doing that. You know, have a balance between these two things. And okay, the Princess of Autumn is saying there's good news about your career. Yes, and it says well thought out plans are working out perfectly, and that the angels are hoping that this will be just the push you need to get you going in the direction of what you'd really love to be doing on this earth, in this lifetime. And don't worry if you have a job to pay the bills right now. That's great. Be thankful for that. Be thankful for that. Just make sure that that doesn't just become your all, your focus, you know, unless your job is what you love. But if it's not, what is it you love to do? And make sure you do plenty of that. What else? Okay, these two want to come. Very sticky. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Once again, this is about... okay. All right. This card is about letting go of judgments. It says, look at your past and the present, and by looking at that, looking at what has worked for you, what you've enjoyed, and use that in order to create your happy future. And just let go of judgments about yourself, let go of judgments about other people. You know, don't be looking like, oh, so-and-so is already doing it, so I'll never be as good, so I shouldn't even bother, or I should be much farther by now, or I should have started earlier. Let go of any of that baloney, okay? And just focus on yourself. on your passion, your love, just do it. Just put it out there and the people will come. All right, I promise you. And exactly. And make sure, if you're feeling insecure about this, if you're having judgments about this, you might have a tendency to rush through things, not look at the details, not make it excellent, because it's almost like you're creating the failure that you fear. Don't do that, okay? Take your time, figure out what you want it to be, exactly how you'd like it to be. Don't be so perfectionist that you never start, okay? Don't do that, okay? But just, just be objective, be fair, and just be excellent. Be excellent, and you shall persevere. All right, I think that's really all. We're just getting more of the same. So that is what your spirit guides want you to know for this week. Focus on love, focus on what you love to do, and put it out there. Take that leap of faith. You know what that is, and you will be super happy that you did. So that was your pick a card reading, messages from your guides for this week or whenever you find it. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please be sure to leave me a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. And until then, remember, the world is full of magic, and so are you. And last but not least, this is the reading for those of you who chose pile number 4. Welcome, group number 4. You chose the feather. I chose all found objects for you to choose from this week. Your guides are very, very chatty. You got more cards jumping out of the decks as I shuffled than any other group. So let's see if we can do some translating. My Lord, so many cards don't even gonna fit. All right, let's see. What have we got here? They have a lot to say. Okay. All right. Oh my, okay, so this first card actually came up in the collective reading. That's really funny. In all 4 groups, one card has come up the same as in the collective reading. I think that's really interesting. Okay, this card is asking you to use your imagination. If you use your imagination, you will be able to see the answer. If you've been trying to figure out, yes. All right. Okay. If I see these all together, it seems to me that you've been really worried about making a decision. You're having a very hard time making a decision. You don't trust yourself. You've been praying. You've been asking other people what they think. And you're not trusting your own feelings. And this card is telling you to trust your own feelings. And to just get quiet. You've put so much stress around making this choice that you are actually you've disconnected yourself from your own intuition. And what I see from this, it seems that your group, there are different kinds of intuition. I don't know if you follow human design, but I believe, if I'm looking at this, yes, that you are guided by your emotions. So it's very, very important. Yeah, look at this. Okay. It's very, very important that you listen to your emotions, that you not decide something too quickly when someone asks you. You have to give yourself, you're always going to have an emotional reaction to something that someone asks you, a choice that you're given, okay? Yes, here we go. And this is actually telling you, don't go with that very first reaction, because you may regret that. And that is possibly why you are now not trusting your feelings, because that has happened to you in the past. You're like, oh, I trusted my emotions, I went with that, and it led me in completely the wrong path. But this is the thing, if your intuition, if your inner guidance system is your emotions, what you really need to do is sit with them for a few days. So say there's a decision you have to make, or someone is asking you something and you have to answer them. Say, hey, I need a few days to think about that. Let me get back to you. Okay? And that's what you're going to do. You're going to sit with that. You're going to let it sink in. You're going to process those emotions for, give yourself 5 days. And whatever you're feeling at the end of those 5 days, that is the correct answer. So spend time imagining the situation that you need to decide on and feeling those emotions. And your correct answer will be how you feel about it a few days later. That is what they're telling you. And yes, again, this is also a card of emotions. Yes. And okay, this card is deep emotional healing. And like I was saying, what I sensed with you all, you don't trust your emotional guidance system anymore, because emotional people can be very quick to act on their emotions, and that has burned you so many times in the past that you don't trust them anymore. But just now that I've told you, okay, now I've told you, now that your guides have called to your attention how this system works, and once you start testing that out and seeing that works, that really, really works for you, you will heal. You will heal, and you will learn to trust your emotions again, because really they are the most powerful form of intuition for those of you who chose group number 4. I think it's funny that the group with the feather got the most cards. You guys have a lot of guides wanting here to help you. Look at that. You're very connected. Look at this. All right? This is spiritual connection. You have a lot of guides and angels that are all around you, supporting you. Hello from heaven. Look, see, even ancestors are there. They're all here wanting to help you. And that's why they've helped you to find this reading today, so that this was a piece of information, a part of the puzzle that you really needed to know. And once you figure this out, you've got the victory card. That means that you will now be making the correct choices for you, and that will lead you to victory, to success. Your emotions are your best counselor. Okay? You just have to give them time, pardon the expression, to get their shit together. That's all. Just don't react too quickly, and know that it's okay. It's okay that you didn't know this before. Okay? But everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right if you start making your life decisions in this way. And if you need to, yes, okay, so here's a card about outdoors, going for walks. If you want to get really clear on your emotions, this is a wonderful way to do it. You go outside, You ground yourself. It's going for walks, especially in nature, is a wonderful, wonderful way to process your emotions. Imagine that you are upset about something. I know if I'm upset about something and I go for a walk, I walk really, really fast. And as I'm walking really, really fast, all of these emotions are bubbling up, all of these thoughts. But by the end of that walk, I've released them all. They've all subsided and I feel calm again. And when you feel calm, when you are not overwhelmed, okay, because you should be the master of your emotions, not the other way around. And that's why you should never make snap emotional decisions, because that is when they are in charge. They are not in charge, okay? They need to calm down, and that is when you know what the right way to proceed is. And so when you're feeling overwhelmed by emotions or confused by your emotions, make sure you go outside, go for a walk, even if it's raining. You know, green, blue sky, rain, all of those things are scientifically proven to have a wonderful healing effect on your emotions. It heals depression. It heals so many things. So just do that. And okay, interesting. Okay, so 2 more cards. You have this one. It says celebrate the differences, which is meaning celebrate your own, who you are. You know, what makes you different from other people. So this is now getting away from, they've talked your ear off about this advice. I hope we've drummed that into you. And this is saying you have the right to feel. Yes, you have the right to feel the way you do. You have the right to your own emotions. And you also have the right to say, hey, I don't want to make this decision right away. So sorry if you're in a rush. You can just wait a few days. I need a few days to think about it. That's all you have to say. You don't have to explain. Say, hey, I'd like, whatever they ask you, I need to think about that. Let me get back to you. Don't let anyone rush you, because then you are going to be giving your authentic feeling, your authentic decision, the thing that is truly you. Yes. And now we have, yes, okay. I don't even know how to translate this, but my brain knows what it means, so I will tell you. This is talking about, yes, you're going to reach your goals, and this is talking about, feeling really just, it's kind of like a tunnel vision, okay? You've got your goal in front of you, and just focus on that. Focus on your goals. Focus on your goals. Really focus on the emotions, the emotional answers that are coming through. The way you feel about something is what is guiding you. The way you feel about something, this feels good, this feels bad, this feels exciting, this feels hopeful. You know, really pay attention to that as you are focusing on your goal. And that will help you to know, is this particular thing going to get me closer to my goal? Yes, do it. Is this going to get me closer to my goal? It feels bad. No, don't do it. This is going to help you sort through all of the rubble. Not the rubble, just all the jetsam and flotsam that's in the way of you reaching your goal. You just wade through all of that and push the stuff away that doesn't feel right to you. Oh my goodness. Okay, they said a lot, but I'm going to pick some tarot cards for you. So let's get some more information for group number 4 for this week, or whenever they find this. This, really please don't focus on the fact that this is your message for this week, because I think this is your message for forever. You really need to know this. You really need to know this. See, look how chatty they are. Good grief. Not one card. We got 4 cards for you. This card came up also in the collective reading, and also, I believe, in group number 1. All right, so this is definitely about this week. And since it's about this week, this is talking about taking a break. And it as relates to you, yes, taking your time, taking a break. Maybe even just go get away if you can. Take a little vacation, or a mini break. Go away for the weekend and sort yourself out. Sort out your feelings, how you feel. Go out, go for walks in nature. Yes. Because positive changes are coming for you. Yep. Okay. So, the 4 of Summer. She does not look particularly happy, and yes, you have been distracted. You have been so distracted by, the emotions are running wild in you, and they are clouding your vision because you are trying to decide too quickly. And so far you've been very dissatisfied with your life, and I think that is because you have made these snap emotional decisions. Yeah, see, you you believed that first emotion was the right emotion, the right answer, and I can see how someone would think that, but it's not, and that's why things haven't been working out for you. So don't let that first emotional reaction distract you, or railroad you into making the wrong decision. Okay, just take some time. See, she looks contemplative to me. Take some time, and I don't care. Look at this guy pleading. Ignore them. You don't have to. You don't have to give answers right away. You don't. You have the right to say, let me get back to you. I need to think about it. So this, once again, let me get back to you. I want to think about it. They really, really, really want to impress this upon you. So are you people being pressured? If you are, don't let them pressure you. Look at that. Yeah. And yes. Okay. So, okay, because you've gotten burned so many times, like we said, you have built up a negative belief, that you can't trust your emotions. You need to let that go. You need to let that go and just realize that your emotions are a tool, a very important tool for you, group 4. You've just been using them incorrectly. You wouldn't use a hammer to screw something into the wall, would you? No. So now you know. Now you know how this emotional guidance works. If you want to know more about that, certainly check out Human Design. I feel like that would be really helpful for you. I'm going to give you a link where you can go and just make a free chart, and they'll start to explain yourself. I know that when I did that, it was very aha. It was like, oh, that's why this, that's why that. Everything made so much more sense. So I'm going to put that link for you. You might find it interesting. And it's just saying, if you now start using your emotional guidance system in the correct way, very, very important life changing things are going to start to happen. You're going to have amazing opportunities because you're no longer going to be too quickly accepting invitations that are actually not good for you. You know, you're going to see, you're going to be able to pick and choose with a lot more wisdom what's good for me. And that's just going to lead to so much doors opening for you. That's like that key, the key I saw in this week's collective. I saw a key, and it was opening doors for you, and that's using your emotional guidance system in this way is going to open so many doors for you. Yeah, this is the same exact message. Let people and things go that do not serve you. You know, think about it, let your emotions settle. If this is not, where was that card? If this is not if it's not getting you closer to your goal, cut it loose. Cut it loose. Just because you are on your way. This is a really good time, you know, to focus on your goals, I have a really strong sense that for you guys, this is about your career. Really strong sense of that. And this card is also saying this is a good time to focus on your career, and this is how you're going to base your decisions, okay? The way I just taught you. And again, don't be afraid to take time out. Take time out. Maybe take a vacation, or if you can't afford to, just take some time off at home and spend it going for walks and taking baths, you know, whatever it is that floats your boat, just to get some peace, a little bit of solitude for yourself, so that you can sort through your feelings and get really, really, really clear without other people clouding that, other people making too many demands on you so that you can't really get clear. And yeah, I think this can't get any clearer. We're just getting the same information over and over in different ways. So this has been your reading for this week, or whenever you find it. I hope that this will be super, super helpful for you. So that was your pick a card reading, messages from your guides for this week, or whenever you find it. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please be sure to leave me a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. And until then, remember, the world is full of magic, and so are you.